Hey guys, welcome back to the DX Gamer Show. My name is OperationDx, and we are here on Thursday, March 28th, 2013. Welcome to the 7th episode in my Simcity Let's Play, where we continue to try to build our electronic city. The primary goal in this episode is to lay down the final groundwork for our first electronics buildings. So hopefully during this episode, our industry techs up so that we get the unlock for the processors factory. So now that we've hit the second level on our metals HQ, we can go ahead and stop exporting all this ore. This is the last time this stuff's going to be exported because we're going to use it all now for smelting. So we're going to go ahead and upgrade our metals HQ to get and unlock the smelting plant. And then once we get that up, we're going to have to rearrange our import-export facilities to accommodate the incoming alloys. So let's go ahead and plop the HQ, or the division that allows us to get the smelting division. And there we go. We're on our way. So we just unlocked the smelting factory, and we are going to plop that down as soon as possible to get that going. And you'll notice how this kind of works out perfectly because we needed that cash reserve to actually, plop some of these higher tier buildings. So when we, sold all that stuff, we got ourselves a good amount of money because this thing costs a fortune with all its upgrades and stuff. And we want to try to get this upgraded to its maximum level as soon as possible. And then we'll start exporting the alloys to make some money. And then, keep moving up and keep moving up and keep moving up. All right, so I'm not liking this, so I'm going to go ahead and demolish this road back here. And we're going to put it closer to where our industry is. Of course, that's going to be going down pretty soon, but we need to tech up first to get that processors factory. And then once we do that, we don't need the industry anymore after that. From that point, we essentially can just wipe our entire industry, but we don't want to do that prematurely. We'll do that gradually in a natural process. And we'll slowly bring those things down and replace them with specialized buildings. And then we're really going to be rolling in it. And then, of course, we're going to have to do the same thing with the processors as we did with the ores. Just hoard them up and then try to meet that 1.5 million goal, which is pretty huge. If you're trying to do it, real time or whatever, you'd have to literally have like 6 or 8 processor factories. And we don't need to do that. That's out of control. It costs a ton of money to get all that stuff up, and it's essentially just a waste of time. So, yeah, we're gonna do the same exact thing as we did last time with that. And notice how fast we're chewing through our surplus of money. This thing is no cheap building, and it's good that we got it fully upgraded. It's awkward. It's an awkward sized building, and it takes up a lot of space. We'll try to make this area a little more efficient later, but that's kind of the way it goes with all the special buildings. You got to kind of, give some leeway as far as efficiency because they really take up a lot of room. And of course, we destroyed that first building that was connected to the smelting factory, which was the metals thing, which we don't need that at all. We only want alloy. So that's why I knocked that down right away. So now that we have our import-export buildings kind of in a wasteful situation, we are going to destroy the imports on this one for the coal and ore, and we're going to plop down a place to where we can get that smelted alloy a spot, and then we can start exporting it. And this stuff makes a pretty good amount of money. I believe it's like 44,000 something. We'll see that in a second. And that is going to be good to make up for the extremely expensive building that we just plopped down, the smelting factory. Yeah. So again, we just plopped a very large industrial building down, and we've probably taken a hit to we're going to as soon as this comes on, our power and our water and our recycling center or treatment plant. So we're going to upgrade all of those again right now as soon as this comes online, which it is right now. So let's check our power. See that? We're at 19.3, which is still a lot of power. And look, we're all in the yellow here. Yeah, we're in the yellow for every single one. So yeah, you got to be mindful of that every time you plop one of these when you're building your electronic city. So No big deal. We've got a ton of money. 72,000 is pretty good. So yep, we're gonna drop one for each. And it looks like I made a mistake on this one. I've been dropping the regular water pumps, and I meant to drop the treatment pumps. But actually, it's good that I did that early, because I wouldn't have had the money to do other stuff. Like, those are really expensive, like 60,000. So we're gonna have to wait a second here. So I'm probably gonna upgrade my power plant before I upgrade that water pump, because I don't have the money for it yet. Hopefully, we'll kill a little bit of time after we drop this, and then we'll upgrade that in just a second. So you may notice I'm dropping the lower tier smokestacks. The higher tier ones actually use more coal, and I'm not sure of the balance yet. So we're using the, actually they're higher efficiency as far as the coal that's being burnt to produce power, but they're far more polluting. So this thing's starting to pollute like a beast right now. And once we get that fourth one on, it's going to pollute even more. Now, it's nice to use those higher tier ones, but like I said, like, we're gonna wait until we figure the balance out before we go ahead and maybe upgrade to cleaner smokestacks. But right now, the wind direction is heading straight across the landscape to where the plant is pushing the pollution out into a region of area that I'm actually not even going to be playing on. So, in theory, like, I shouldn't, encounter too much pollution. But from my experience of the game, like, when you're polluting the entire region, for some reason, you just see pollution, like, showing up all over your entire city. Even though this region's huge and we're polluting off to the side, you eventually see air pollution inside of your city. And now, I don't know if that's due to, like, the cars driving around or whatever. I suspect more it has to do with you're polluting the region, and like you're getting a low level of like air pollution flowing through your city because of it. Which is why later on, if you're making a ton of money, it's kind of good to upgrade to, say, like solar power, because all these like special buildings like produce a ton of pollution. Not necessarily the smelting, but the processor factories make a ton of pollution, and then later on the higher tier ones, the TVs or the computer systems, produce a ton of pollution. But anyways, this is great. So we are teching up here. This is like the blue and gold girders mean that this industry area is moving into a higher tier of a tech level, and that is exactly what we want to unlock that processor factory. I'm not sure if we already did it. I didn't see the unlock. I may have missed it, but we should get it really soon. As soon as we get, I think it's like 5 or 6 higher tech buildings, that unlock becomes available. So now that we're producing alloys, I'm going to go ahead and start exporting. And I was wrong, it wasn't 44,000, it's 48,003, which, hey, that's 4,000 more. That's nice. It's nice. So every time one of those sells, we're going to get a big jump of 40,000. And again, we need that right now so that we can get a jump on some other things. So I'm going to go ahead and open up the budget panel and show you guys just how profitable we are right now. These are all positive things here. So I got huge amount of alloy, huge amount of coal and ore, and you see that's 212,000 of the money that's incoming for that day. That is a ton. That's a ton. But it's going to get even more crazy than that. We're really literally going to be pulling in 500,000 to 700,000, even more maybe a day. Each TV on the higher tier electronics sells for about 200,000 per 1,000 units, and that's when it gets really crazy. So, yep, we'll be there soon. We'll be there soon within the next few episodes. All right, so we need to lay one more thing down to lay the groundwork for processors, and we need to unlock that valuable plastic. So we're going to go ahead and start and get our recycling center up. And we're going to actually set up to, do the plastic thing. Now, I said earlier that it's kind of wasteful and we should do alloys. And we may convert it later. But for now, we're just going to have it help and unlock that plastic. And I think I'm going to almost fully upgrade this thing to try to maximize on the plastic we can produce. So I'm not going to fully upgrade the actual processors, but I am going to put all the trucks in here. And that will ensure that we're maximizing our plastic production here. Of course, On top of this, I'm actually going to be importing the plastic. And this is just going to be kind of like a, infuse of plastic or whatever. But yeah, that's pretty much what this is going to be for. The primary reason why I'm building this though right now is so that I can get the plastic unlock, so I can start importing plastic in my import-export facilities. And then pretty much once I'm done placing all the trucks here, I'm going to go over and I'm going to go ahead and set up some lots for my import-export facility. And we've pretty much met the goals for this episode. We have all the groundwork laid for setting up the processors. I'm pretty sure I got that processor unlock. I just missed the screen completely, and that will be for the next episode. So that's pretty much it for this one, you guys. Thanks for watching another episode of the DX Gamer Show and my SimCity Let's Play. I'll see you guys next time for the next episode. Have a good one, take care, and see you later.